Giant FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
It is Friday morning, and it is a beautiful Friday morning. 55 degrees, the sun is shining. Good morning, Dick.
Good morning, Paul. Yes, it is a beautiful morning. Going to be a great weekend.
Absolutely going to be a great weekend.
Lots of things happening. Okay, stage 4 of Indiana's reopening guidelines starts today.
It does.
Yeah, restaurants can have up to 75% capacity. Bars up to 50%. Movie theaters. I don't think our movie theater will be open today, will it?
I think that's a good prediction.
Bowling alleys, 50%. Amusement parks. We don't have any amusement parks either. Social gatherings up to 250 people. That's a big change.
Yeah, that is a big jump.
Okay, Red Hot Car Show and Chili Cook-Off has been canceled.
Saw that right on the WROI Facebook page yesterday. Didn't know that until I saw it. That was a bummer.
Yeah.
Okay, I see Tanner, you got here. Look out for the new 4-way stop sign at the intersection of 9th and Fulton.
Yeah, it's.
I go that way.
It'll take some time to get used to, I think.
Okay.
It creeps up on you.
Yeah.
I'll say that much.
Well, I see that the state Democrat convention is tomorrow, Saturday. All done virtual. First time, of course, that's ever happened, but that's the way it's going to happen. Okay, we're going to talk about the American Legion later on, so we got a little trivia about the American Legion, which was, what year was the American Legion chartered by Congress? Was it 1945, 1938, or 1919? Tanner Lee, tell us a little bit about sports. What's happening in the world?
Always happy to do that, and actually have some more live sports back as the PGA Tour returned yesterday. So golf is live, but without fans. It's a little different watching it yesterday. Guys making some birdies and just dead silence. No cheers from the crowd or anything. But yeah, golf is back with the Charles Schwab Challenge down in Fort Worth, Texas yesterday. So it was interesting to see. I thought a lot of guys would be a lot rustier than they were. There was a lot of good scores yesterday, led by Harold Varner and Justin Rose, both at 7 under, and a lot of the big names played well, so it should be a fun tournament to watch throughout the weekend. So, golf's back, IndyCar's back, and that was heard right here on WROI last weekend.
Sure was. It was a very short race.
Yes, it was.
I was not expecting an hour and 5-minute race, but that's what we got.
Scott Dixon was the winner, and then NASCAR just keeps running about 2 or 3 races a week. It's hard to keep up with.
Yeah, I don't want that schedule right now.
But and the NBA is finally set in stone with a date to return on July 31st with 22 teams out of the 30. So eight regular season games, and then the playoffs will start. The MLB proposed a 76-game season with up to 16 playoff teams. That would be an increase from the regular 10 playoff teams. Don't think it'll go through, but we'll see. Two sides just can't seem to come to agreement right now. Players and the owners, that is. Speaking of baseball, a lot of baseball fans around here, I'm sure, will be tuning into this on ESPN on Sunday night. They're running a 30 for 30 documentary on the home run race of 1998 that kind of saved the baseball between Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire.
I think that's what we need to do this year.
Yep. Yeah, I'm afraid if baseball doesn't happen this year, it could have some long-lasting effects, big time.
Yep.
For the casual fans, at least. But that should be a good documentary. That was a fun time to be a baseball fan. Even though I was very young at the time, I do remember that. And I put this down. I thought this was really interesting. The Blue Rock Blue Marlin fishing tournament, it's a big fishing tournament, happened earlier this week. And Michael Jordan and his crew, I call it, participated in it. And his team, they reeled in a 442-pound blue marlin.
Oh, wow. That's big.
That's not a minnow of a fish. That's a pretty big fish.
Yeah.
So, the guy's just good at everything.
Michael Jordan does everything big.
He does. He does. So, got some tidbits here this morning. This day in 1923, Harry Houdini, you know who that is?
Oh, yeah.
He freed himself from a straitjacket while suspended upside down 40 feet above the ground in New York City. It was one of his big acts.
Big ones.
Yeah. On this day in 1939, the Baseball Hall of Fame was dedicated in Cooperstown, New York, which it still remains there today. Pretty cool place if you've never been there. I mean, Cooperstown's not a very big town, but it's all dedicated to baseball. It's pretty neat out there. Pretty neat Hall of Fame. On this day in 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first Indiana Jones film directed by Steven Spielberg and produced by George Lucas, two big names there in the movie industry, and starring Harrison Ford, premiered. You watched all the Indiana Jones movies?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Even the new?
No,
No,
I did not watch the newest one.
No.
Watch the originals.
The
I'm
originals.
trying to get up the courage to watch the new one.
It's one of the classics back there in 1981. On this day in 1991, we were just talking about Michael Jordan. The Chicago Bulls defeated the Los Angeles Lakers to win their first NBA championship. They'd go on to win 5 more in the span of 7 years. Today is National Superman Day. If you're a Superman fan, there you go. It's also Red Rose Day, Peanut Butter Cookie Day, and Loving Day. So,
A lot of good days.
yeah, a lot of good days.
Okay, while you're up at the mic, tell us about the Chamber of Commerce
Sure.
gift card extravaganza.
Sure, and I made a mistake when talking about it last week, and I got it down in notes to correct myself this week. But the Fulton County Chamber of Commerce is holding a gift card extravaganza. They're wanting to give away up to $1,000 worth of gift cards. Buy a $10 gift card from a chamber business. Take a picture of the receipt, send it to chamberassist@rtcol.com, and the chamber will also buy a $10 gift card from that business. Here's what I forgot to add last week. The first 100 people to email their receipt will receive a $10 gift card. So
And
the
that's
first
still
100.
going on.
Yes. Yes, so a really, really cool idea they had to get more business at some local businesses going. So, really neat idea. So get out there and spend on gift cards.
Absolutely.
Rochester Schools has organized a parade to take place through town on June the 20th to celebrate the class of 2020. The parade will start at 10 a.m. and end up at the Rochester High School parking lot. Other schools locally that are doing some things is Casson is on July 26th and Valley on July 19th. Both will have parades and honor these graduates that kind of got left out in the 2020.
Yeah, they will go down. This class will go down the history books, or I don't even know if they use textbooks anymore. Online textbooks, I guess. So, yeah.
We'll go down in the iPad history.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I told my granddaughter that graduated from high school a couple weeks ago. You're very, very unique. You know that. And your name will appear with an asterisk for graduation. So, anyway, Akron is going to be holding a decorating contest on July 4th. Houses and businesses will be decked out with decorations, and judges will pick the winner. The Summer's Inn Festival on September 26th is still on. If you recall, they have canceled their 4th of July parade. Speaking of 4th of July, we're going to talk about 4th of July here in a little bit, and some fireworks that are coming up. Well, some milestone. Richard and Betty Hassenblog, their 60th wedding anniversary they celebrated.
Congratulations to them. Wow.
Yeah, 60. Ooh. Flowers. The Outlet Youth Center for handing out snacks to the youth every Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. That's a new organization. It's located at 6th and Main, across the street from the Evergreen Cafe, and they expect to have it open when school starts, I think.
Yeah, that'll be a very good thing for the community. I
Oh,
believe,
yeah.
You know.
Give the youth something to do.
Yeah.
Well, the Dow was off 1,861 yesterday. That's the biggest ever that is ever.
Not a
moved.
good day. Time for a bounce back today.
The issue was that the virus is coming back, and then that will wreck all these businesses that are starting up, like the casinos are going now,
Yeah.
the theaters are beginning to
Yeah.
operate, restaurants, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, look out, what's happening here? So Not a good day on the Dow, so we'll see what happens this morning, today. Okay, Starbucks says it lost $3 billion, that's with a B, last quarter due to the virus. And with that in mind, they're gonna close 400 stores. There's gonna be a lot of people who suffer withdrawal.
Oh, they won't know what to do, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of withdrawal, Ford and Volkswagen have joined an alliance to include starting production of 8 million commercial vehicles. Tell us about that.
That's a pretty big merger. Both companies have been negotiating for a while, trying to come up with a deal that they thought would be beneficial to each other. And yeah, the production of these vehicles are going to start in early 2021. So 8 million commercial vehicles, that's quite a few. Wow. So.
Yeah, and if you remember a few years ago, Volkswagen had some really big issues and got big fines
That
and
they did.
cheating on mileage, and
So this time it's a little good PR for them, not really bad
Yeah.
PR.
we Americans, we all have short memories, so we say, okay. And Ford stock was really good, and then it became really bad, and so hopefully now that it's coming back. So you might want to look at buying Ford or Volkswagen stock.
Sure.
Okay. Tesla. You know, they're the newest thing that Tesla has now is on the drawing boards is a recyclable car or vehicle. Everything will be recycled, and it's being built that way. So
Elon Musk, if there's a way to do it, he's gonna find the way.
he is something else.
He is.
I'm not sure how I feel about driving a recyclable car.
Well,
Well,
it's the first of its kind.
he put a spaceship up.
Yeah, a few of them.
He has automated cars, automated driving cars. So.
Smart man.
Okay, at First Federal, our lobbies, all of our lobbies are still closed. Our drive-throughs are open, of course, and we'll be open Saturday till noon. And so stop in. We do not know when we're going to open those lobbies. It depends a lot about what happens. You can always bank with us online and with mobile apps. Tell us about that, Tanner.
Yeah, you can download our mobile app, the First Federal Savings Bank app. Look for the white star with the green background. You can get that on the Google Play if you have an Android device, or the App Store if you have an Apple device. And you can do quite a few things. You can keep track of your checking account there. You can deposit checks with the picture there. You can transfer money. You can transfer money from person to person through Zelle. All kinds of things. So a lot of things that you normally do inside the bank, you can do right from your handheld device. So I recommend downloading it, and it's for free. So it's a free downloadable app.
Well, thank you for that information. Also, our loan originators, Ben Dalton and Stacy Wilson, can provide you with more details about our products in lending, such as conventional loans, one-step construction loans, first-time home buyer loans, and more. We offer simply free checking accounts, and we're giving a gift. What's the gift?
Yes, today and tomorrow, the last 2 days, you can get a Brentwood picnic blanket. Next week starts our new gift.
Oh, they only got 2 days to do this?
Today or
my
tomorrow.
gosh.
So if you're on the fence about whether to open up a new account or not, I recommend doing it within the next 2 days so you get a nice picnic blanket.
Yeah, and you can open that through the drive up, and you can watch our tellers try to put that blanket into the cash.
Yeah, or you can call ahead and they can do most of the information right there over the phone, so you're ready to go when you get to the drive up or curbside.
We offer commercial lending for businesses. Contact Lindy Breeden for more information. We also offer financial uninsured services. Contact Mark Bubaugh or Brian Bell today for more information. Okay, you can see us on Facebook, and what other?
Yep, you can like us on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at FF Banking. You can like us on LinkedIn, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. So we're all over the social media world. Keep up with the latest on First Federal Savings Bank.
We are the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are a member of FDIC and an equal housing lender. And our NMLS number is 239392927.
Okay.
How could I get that mixed up? 3, not 2. So.
It happens.
Okay, welcome to our guest, Monica Clennon, with the American Legion. Get right into that microphone
Good
now.
morning to one and all.
We're glad to have you with us.
Thank you.
Okay, now, the main thing we want to talk about is the fireworks that the American Legion is sponsoring. You did this last year also, didn't you? Did you
Actually,
not?
I've been involved with it for more than just the last couple of years, but the last year I kind of headed it up as well as this year, yes.
Okay, what has motivated American Legion to do this?
Well, we were asked by the chamber, the Legion was asked by the chamber a few years ago, and I said, yeah, I'd like to be part of that organization and that team that would put it together, and worked on it for a while, and just in the last couple of years, then I've been given the pleasure of heading it up. So it's important for, I don't know, not only for me, but a lot of people to celebrate our independence.
Okay, tell us when and where and that it's going to happen.
Well, typically we do the fireworks on the 3rd in respect to the town of Akron's birth date being the 4th. But since Akron has canceled this year, we decided the 4th will work for us as well. And so it's gonna be at the typical place, which is the airport, and it'll be after, at dusk, whatever. Same organization that we've used for the fireworks display before is in Lower Michigan. And there's gonna be quite a big response. I've had a lot of response. A lot of people say, oh, it's absolutely something we need this year, because a lot of people need some encouragement from the whole virus thing.
Okay, like all of these projects, they take has to have funds to make it fly.
Most definitely. We do have some funds, and we're pretty close to being there. I think we'll be all right. We always have the need to raise more funds so that we can cover all the expenses we have. We're going to have the reserve sheriff's officers out there. We're going to have some Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts out there. There's going to be a vendor out there with elephant ears and lemon shake-ups. So always good to have more reserves.
It's good, and kind of take the place, maybe a little bit of the 4-H fair.
Well, it'll certainly help. It'll give some people to get out, and everybody can still do their social distancing in their car or on a blanket out on the grass on the side of the airport. There's going to be limited access on 25, but on Highway 14 there's going to be open areas for cars and blankets and everything out there on the grass, which is going to be like the south side of 14, the south side of the airport.
Well, Monica Clem, I appreciate you coming in today. First Federal had the privilege of donating $250 earlier on.
And I appreciate that. Thank
this
you.
month. Those people out there that would like to donate, how do they do it?
Well, currently, right now as we speak, the Legion is still closed, but it will be opening up this weekend, especially since it's Flag Day this weekend. And everything, some of the restrictions have been lifted. But you can send your donations to the Legion or to myself, and I simply take them to the bank, and when it comes time to pay the fireworks people, I just give them the money.
Okay, make the check out to American Legion?
Yes, make the check out to American Legion Post 36, and if you want, you can put it on the memo line that it's for the fireworks display.
That's great, that's great. Okay, tell us a little more about, you mentioned to us before we went on the air about the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts that are involved in this.
Yes, unfortunately there are always people that like to leave little treasures behind, and the people that don't clean up their own particular trash. The Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts are going to be there for community support, and they're going to be picking up things. And then also the reserve sheriffs are going to be there for traffic and crowd control and whatever they're there for help.
Okay, that's the 4th of July evening, at dusk, come out to the airport and, who's in charge of weather? Paul, can you be in charge of weather?
Sure, I'll take that on.
Well, I think it's probably from a higher beam than we can all live up to. I think the weather's gonna be terrific this weekend, so, well, this weekend, but I don't know about the 4th of July, we'll see.
We're hoping.
The rain date for the 4th of July is the 5th, so hopefully it doesn't rain either one of those days.
Okay, thank you. Monica, how long have you been involved with American Legion, and what motivated you to get involved?
Well, I guess I've been connected with the American Legion for not quite, but nearly 20 years. And I was involved in some conflicts, and of course, being involved in that, the American Legion is there to support the veterans and the community around. So I got involved with it when I was still, before I had retired.
Okay, you're a veteran.
I am.
From what branch were you in?
Oh, I was in the Navy,
Okay.
and I have 22 years service.
Ooh. Okay, now, the name of your establishment is the Leroy C. Shelton Post.
Post 36.
Post 36, okay. I googled that. Leroy Shelton was the very first Fulton County doughboy killed in action on August the 10th, 1918. So that's where the name comes from.
Just recently, in 2019, we celebrated our 100th anniversary in this town.
Okay. Well, they refer to him as a doughboy, and I googled doughboy, and that nobody knows where that name comes from. It's not the Pillsbury doughboy.
No, I don't think so.
No, Pillsbury doughboy came in 65, but even during the 40s, a lot of the infantrymen were referred to as doughboys, and so it goes way back. So Leroy Shelton, Post 36, first Fulton County soldier killed in that World War I. What other projects do you have going on at the Legion?
Well, as far as, I'm not involved with all of the projects, but I can speak for the ones that I'm involved in.
Okay, do that for us.
One that's very near and dear to my heart, and I take it quite seriously, is the flag education programs for all the 4th grade students in Fulton County.
Oh, tell us about that.
So that includes all of the elementary schools that have 4th grade students for Fulton County, including Caston, Mentone, Akron, Riddle. And I like the kids to know what the flag history is all about, what it means, and the significance of how the flag was put together, what it represents. And it's very rewarding for me because a couple of times during the year when we used to have parades, which is leading towards the Fulton County Veterans Honor Guard, I have children that would recognize me and say, "Hey, I know you. You were the lady that came to my school for flag stuff." And that always makes me feel good because then I realize that they remembered something about the flag education, and that's a huge thing. We have a contest for them. They answer 20 questions and write an essay, and there's always a chance for each one of a boy and a girl from each one of those schools to win a prize.
Oh, that's neat. Tell us some of the highlights that you emphasize about the flag.
Well, there are 13 folds to the flag, and those 13 folds all represent something quite significant. And a lot of people say, "Oh, I didn't know that meant something." So there's 13 folds, there's 13 stripes. It's all very significant, especially for our 13 original colonies. So it's all a huge history, and I think it's quite important that younger kids need to know that stuff.
Okay, what do younger kids and some of us adults need to know about hanging of the flag, displaying it?
Well, for one, it's a misnomer that if it touches the ground you have to destroy it. That's not true. However, it does need to be need to be respected and treated with reverence. It should be illuminated when it's flown at nighttime, and if it's soiled, ripped, torn, it needs to be disposed of properly. We usually do that. Again, we're gonna do that this weekend on Flag Day. This is June 14th. We're gonna be doing it when we open this weekend. So there's gonna be a Flag Day celebration or a ceremony on Sunday.
Okay, what's the proper way of disposing of a used flag?
It needs to be destroyed by the service organization such as the American Legion, and it should be destroyed by fire. So it'll be burned with a proper ceremony.
I have a flag pole with a flag up on it constantly, and I dispose of it by burning it. I learned that in the service. That's a good way to do it.
Sure.
So, well, that's a great program that you've got going around. You go right actually to the classroom,
I do.
do you?
I'm gracious. I'm grateful for the fact that the graciousness of the teachers will allow me to come in, and it takes about an hour of their time, and I show the children some videos, explain to them. I have a couple team members that help me fold the flag properly and explain what that means. And of course, the children are always interested in winning a $50 prize.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So,
Okay. Thank you, Monica Clennon, for stopping by today. Appreciate it. I appreciate the work that you do.
I appreciate that. Oh, just one more note. The Fulton County Veterans Honor Guard, although we love doing what we do for our previous veterans, our past veterans, we would certainly encourage and like to have other veterans be interested in doing the service as well. And now that we've been opened up a little bit as far as being able to attend funerals, it would certainly be nice to have some people join our team.
Oh, that's great. They do a great job on that, and need to be commended for that. Well, our trivia this morning was, what year was the American Legion chartered by Congress? Was it 1945, 1938, or 1919? Paul,
I'm gonna go 1919.
you are correct. This guy's a whiz, Tanner.
He is.
I just pay attention and pick up on the little
I was
notes
gonna say, he
that
picked up
are
on
brought
something,
up throughout
yeah.
the show.
Yep.
Okay, I'm glad you're paying attention and listening.
Of course.
It's not falling asleep.
No.
Okay, let's close with these words of wisdom. Be positive. Eliminate negative thoughts. Take the word problem from your vocabulary and insert opportunity.
Those are great words of wisdom.
There you go.
All right, look forward to talking to you next week.
Okay, we'll have lots of opportunities coming up in this week.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you,
Thank you.
Tanner.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very
Monica.
much.
Oh, my pleasure.